Yo, what up, boys? Yo, to this, man. Uncomfortable conversations. We live. I hope y'all ready for a good one. A good one. Tonight is going down. Doo-doo. What are you talking about?
Yeah, what's the deal?
What's the deal, cuzzo? You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you good.
All right. What the fuck is Instagram talking about? It's crazy shit.
What was wrong?
Nah, I was saying something about Instagram would like to use something. Oh, what the hell?
Oh,
Crazy.
okay.
Anywho, little mishaps. What's happening, man?
Not much, bro. Just chilling. How work ended up going today?
Man, work was busy as fuck, man. I'm trying to do this root cause on this little shift change or whatever, the 1-2 shift. So something happened in the field, man. So I'm just trying to come up with a root cause on what happened, why it happened, all that kind of shit. You know, engineer life. And why
Gotcha.
did it keep dimming? All right, about to get another person in here. Do, 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 do.
What's up, Nate?
Hey. What's the
How,
deal?
Hey,
how you doing?
good,
Feeling?
That's what's up. How your day ended up going?
good work.
Right? Work
Uh,
is always work.
Yeah, definitely.
Man, all I know is I'm glad it's over for the day. You got to do the shit again tomorrow, but still, it's over.
Right.
yeah, I
Let my
can't believe it.
body down, shot, drink ready.
Right. I'm
It's
waiting
like
on
an
to bring
action night.
You said you waiting on what?
Richard to bring my drink.
I feel you on that.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, so what's it like for y'all to be in a faithful relationship, like committed, not falling for temptation? What is it like for y'all to be in that type of relationship?
Um, well, it can be challenging at times because we human. But as long as you know what you're in it for, then you can overcome those obstacles. Because I mean, you got temptations out there. You got other men looking at you. You got other women looking at you. You got other people looking at y'all together. So, but I feel like you can overcome it if you know what you're in it for.
Right. I get
Yeah.
that. Go
Yeah.
ahead, Cuz.
And committed relationship for me, man, it's just nothing else, dude. It's just that. And of course, you gotta like they said, you gotta pay attention to those temptations. And the devil is busy, man. Especially when y'all happy. And it seemed like every time when things are good, you're in a good headspace, everybody's cool. Then that's when the devil want to throw his demons and want to start testing you and everything else. And I've been hit on a lot, ever since I put this ring on. Honestly, like, and even before we said I do, I had like an engagement ring for myself. And I ain't gonna lie, man. Like, I wasn't getting that much attention. I was, but when I put the ring on, it was like, ooh, like, damn.
Yeah.
Chicks, man. It's not all chicks, of course, but these chicks don't care. They be
No,
like,
they don't. They
damn,
think
bro.
marriage is a
I
joke now,
thought,
bro.
I thought the men was worse. I thought he had some like grimy moments, but nah, man. Women is very blatant. They don't give a damn. But you just can't follow up with that temptation, man. You just got to remember what you got at home. Cause 20%, man, you getting that at the crib anyway. And I ain't gonna destroy my 80 over no 20.
Right.
So you just gotta just stay focused. Stay with understand what you have at the crib. You know what I'm saying? And understand that if you step out, you're not stepping out just on your wife, you're stepping out on everybody. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? The family, the kids, everybody, man. So you gotta just stay strong, man. And that comes with, having that strong foundation with God and having that real, connection and following him and all that good shit. So
Yeah.
yeah, definitely feel like it could be a good thing, but you just gotta know what you're doing out here.
Yeah. For me, being faithful is really easy, bro, because when you got what you want in that one person, no matter what they lack, and at least if it's 80% of what you looking for,
Mm-hmm.
good. You know, and obviously, like you said, you know, you gotta have God in there. If God not in there, y'all bound to fail, or whatever higher power you believe in. It's a
Yeah.
done deal. You know, so I honestly feel like being this the most like I've been faithful ever, and it's been easy for me. You know, the only time it was even came close to being challenging is when me and Shahina was having like the worst time of our lives. And it's like the devil know what you like. You know what I'm saying? He know exactly what you like, looks wise, you know, mentally, all of that stuff. So when I came across that and was challenged, I was like, oh, I see what's going on here. You ain't about to get me, my guy. See you later.
Nah, you know what I'm
Bye.
saying?
Yeah.
Devil calling that old line. I ain't picking up. I don't have that number no more, bro.
Nah,
Right.
nah,
Right.
nah.
I ain't got that number no more, dude. I'm good.
I didn't came too far. I didn't came too far.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
When you know your mind is made up, like a man knows, like, dude, I'm done out here. And especially if you explored throughout your 20s and before you know, get in your 30s or whatever, you explored life. So I mean, if you've done that, you feel like you've done it all for a man. I'm speaking just for a man. Ain't nothing else. There's nothing else for me to do.
I think it's the same. I think it's the same mindset for a woman too, because like you said, it's women that's in your inbox or trying to get at you when soon as you get put that ring on, right? They
Mhm.
don't, you know, because they're not done. But the ones that are done, that because I mean we got our ways, you know, we
Yeah,
got
yeah.
it's some women players out here now.
Oh, for sure. I
oh
know.
yeah.
Hey, look, I know a couple from the hood.
Yeah. And once you got your mind made up and you know that this is what you want to do, then and you know that this is good for you. And if you got kids, because some people don't have, if you know you got kids, this is something that's good for my life, for me, my children, you know, things like that. And I just want to be stable. I just want to be, you know, a one woman man. Then you just let everything go. You don't let no interceptions come into play. See what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah,
Them
definitely.
Right.
interceptions that come, you got to deflect the ball. You got to get that ball up out of
Okay,
here. Nobody
okay.
catching it.
Absolutely.
They,
Nobody catching the ball.
Yeah. Let's get into this topic, y'all. Have y'all
All
ever
right.
experienced getting left for the person on the side?
Mm.
I have. I have the relationship I was in before I got with Richard. I was dating somebody 5 years.
Mm.
Um, First of all, we were friends. Let's just get into that. We were friends. I typically don't date somebody I don't know. So I met this person through my cousins. He was my cousin's friends. So I feel safe. You know, I try to date at the time, back in my days, I dated safe. Well, what I thought was safe. So we were friends.
Mm-hmm.
Before we started dating, and then we got into a little. We shouldn't have slept together, but we did. So you know, sometimes when you sleep with somebody, it's like, okay, well, let's just go ahead and get in a relationship, which probably was the bad move.
Mm.
But we did it. We were together 5 years, lived together, everything. We literally were in the process of buying a house together when he went
Whoa.
for the other person. So dating 5 years, living together the whole time. We in our second home together, and we in the process of buying one.
Okay.
The signs was already there, but I was in love. So
Mm.
I get like on Wednesday nights, I get off work at midnight. He will leave me at work in my car. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna get home. He got my car. You know, just not coming home for a couple of days in my car. Like I gotta figure out how to get my kids to school and home, all kinds of stuff. Um, I found out one day we because I host a lot of stuff and I kind of projected on the men I'm dating. Got company over Super Bowl time and something was like, get his phone. So everybody, all the guys are downstairs. He's downstairs, his phone charged, and I get his phone. Got the password. I'm going through it. See messages to the girl, like something about the baby. So I'm
Baby.
like, wow. So immediate like hurt. and anger all coming over me. But I can't start reading his messages. But I know, because I'm trying to still dig. I'm still trying to figure out. But their messages were, I guess he had been deleting, so it was like all over the place. The conversation was all over the place.
Right.
But I went down there, sir, in front of everybody. I don't care. You got this girl pregnant? Like, who is she? And we, went through whatever. So he ended up staying at home that day. But then, through us talking, I let him get the car again. He gone for 2 days.
Right.
2 days, he not answering me, not call, not nothing. When I say nothing, I mean nothing. Now, I'm texting him, I guess, kind of putting, I ain't gonna say I guess, I was putting a guilt trip on him about the house. We buying the house, like, we got paperwork to sign, we got stuff to do. Come home. He comes home finally. But I'm thinking he coming home to work stuff out. And so her, I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna do this and that, and I'm gonna go on about my business. I don't know. So thank you. So I'm going get here. Oh, so he's like, I'm gonna go, he telling the girl, what he gonna do, whatever. He comes home, but this is matter of fact, I said Super Bowl. It was not Super Bowl. It had to be around, it was basketball season, because he invited all his friends from college over. And now I have never met
All-Star Weekend or something?
Yeah. So I had never met none of his kids. He has 2 kids. Never met his kids. 5 years. I met his brother and stuff like that, but never met him. But never met none of his friends for either. But this weekend, I'm thinking, okay, we buying the house, came home. He must be done, He done invited all his college friends over, all his friends that I never met. I'm like, oh, he about to be in this thing. Okay, he's serious. So we do the little weekend thing. We go Monday morning. We go sign our papers. We're getting ready to move and stuff like that. Tuesday, he left again. I'm like, no, what the fuck is going on? Wednesday, he came home and was packing his clothes. I come home. I'm hanging with my best friend. I come home and I'm like, what the hell are you doing? He like, you know what? I'm just going to go stay with my homeboy for a while, because we getting into it, and my head in the right space, but I'm not going nowhere. I'm not leaving. I'm not like leaving you. We still together, and I'm like sad as hell, but I'm believing what the fuck he telling me. He goes, moving to the girl's house that night. I mean, I knew it was, I mean, I'm not stupid, but I was trying to play that, that role.
Right.
I'm in love, what I'm saying? I'm just like, what he's saying, I'm gonna go with it. He not lying to me. What he's saying is the truth. So I'm hanging with my best friend because she's trying to keep me up. No, matter of fact, I went to a gospel concert with my mom first, and I just wasn't right. My spirit was wrong the whole night. She's like, something ain't right. Anyway, the concert was over. I went to my best friend's house. We sitting on her porch, we chilling or whatever. And I'm pouring my heart out to some guys I don't know, with my best friend. I'm just like, I'm crying, I'm doing all kinds of stuff. And she called me. And she said, did he move his stuff out? And I'm like, what?
You tripping like, huh? What you talking about? What you mean?
Okay, first of all, why are you even calling? Okay.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, let me back up, okay? Because I'm sitting around. He called me, but he gave her the phone. He called me.
Sucker move.
Sucker move, bro.
He called me. So when he called me, my spirits are lifted. So I'm like, okay, I thought he was gone. I was at the concert all sad. My spirits lifted. But then, so I run in the bathroom trying to talk. And then he passed the phone to this girl. And she like, did he move out? When I say, I was done. I'm like, wow. Done. Like, like you passed her the phone. Like you gave her. So she can ask me, did you move out? Wow. And I didn't know you were moving out. You told me you was moving with your homeboys. Like, and I'm literally knowing better. I want to believe you though. So I'm believing that you literally moving to your homeboy house so you can clear your head. Because we did that.
The benefit of the doubt, right?
Okay. So after he did that, I went for months for real, like in depression. I didn't even know I was depressed. Like literally, well, my friends and my family, because I got a big family and I got a lot of friends. They kept me up, like they kept partying with me, kept me, together, whatever. But when they weren't looking, I would be in the other room crying. I'd go in the shower and I would stay in the shower for a long time and be crying. I was hurt. Finally get myself together. And all I could think about was getting back at her. Not really him, but I felt like I wanted to get my power back. So I ended up being his side chick. Yeah. So,
what a switch up.
Right. Damn,
so yeah.
reversal.
Yeah, and I thought that was a good thing. I'm like, oh, sad chick. I'm keeping him out that night now. Now she texting and calling and wondering where he at. And I can see the phone. He can sleeping. I see the phone ringing. I'd be like, bitch, this is what I'm doing. But no lie, I'm like, hi, bitch. Now you wondering where your man at and he with me. Yeah, and when I say I gave him spending money, I gave him doing all type of stuff. I'm like, yeah, back on top. I feel like I got my power back. But then I realized he never lost power. He still got it. So he left me for somebody, broke me. When I say broke everything about me, broke everything. And now,
something real quick.
Huh?
I just thought about something. When you started messing back with dude, did any of your family and friends know? And if they did, how was they acting?
Well, my best friend knew, and I think my cousin knew. I really didn't want nobody to know.
Okay.
Because I was embarrassed. But
player. Okay.
I thought I was being a player though. I'm like, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? I got my little niggas and I'm doing my little thing, and then I'm making her feel bad. But really, when he go home to her at night, I still kind of felt bad though. I was like, damn, even though it was some nights when he didn't go home because he was with me and he was oversleeping. But when he do got to go home and quiet, and I'm like, the fuck? And then I start telling myself, I said, how the fuck you go from girlfriend number 1 to girlfriend number 2, nigga, with the same nigga? Oh no. Oh no. I said, you gotta switch them up. So at that point, after a few months, we was only back talking maybe like 3 months. And I was like, no, nay, this ain't where it's at. Because you're not really hurting her or him, for real. You know what I'm saying? You really hurting yourself. You really, really putting yourself, because I'm getting attached again. Excuse me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm on a sad, now I'm a sad chick. Who does that? Who go from being somebody's number 1 for 5 years to being a side chick? No. So I had to let him go. I had to let it go, and I didn't even tell him. I just literally one day just didn't answer the phone. Got myself together, started loving me more. Started looking out for myself. You know what I'm saying? I went back to school because I was out of school, doing and living reckless with him. You know what I'm saying? And he was a street nigga, so I was spoiled. You know what I'm saying? So he had me really gone. Yeah, I mean, spending money, I can do stuff. He'll send me on trips and I was getting allowance. I didn't have to do nothing, So this is where my mindset was on that. I'm living a good life. I don't got to worry about nothing. I can go out of town. He can send me out of town, and I can call him and say, hey, I need $500. Send me $500. And he'll send the shit to me, So I didn't have to worry about nothing. But I had to get myself together and respect myself and then understand. I got 4 sons. Is this okay? Is it okay for them to know that he left me or see that he left and he not here? But then every now and then you'll see him come through and chill with your mama. No.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. So I went to school and then I met Richard. And we here now.
My man Rich.
My guy Rich.
My dog.
Yeah.
So feel dope, man. Me personally, I didn't really have that experience per se. Let's just say it was like me and my ex, but before the actual, kid's mother or whatever. Me and her kind of was like on the rocks anyway. Like, all right, it's about to be a wrap. And I pretty much told her, oh man, you sitting up there talking to him all the time, airing out your grievances about me to him. He next up. It's cool. Nah, it's not cool because he need to do this. He need to do that. He got to get his stuff together before he mess with me. Like, okay, Miss Fancy, you got it. What happened? After I moved on to the next person, boom. Who was next up? So I just kind of laughed at it because I knew what was coming. We wasn't with each other. You know what I'm saying? I found Plan B pills, empty box. I'm like, oh, well, I know what's going on. I'm just glad we not sharing fluids. Cool. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of them situations where I kind of knew what was going on. I didn't necessarily get left for the side person because by the time it was ending, I was already messing around. You know, I had my little squad, you know, so it was cool. But I was like, once she started telling me certain things, I'm like, all right, I see where this is headed. And like you, Nay, we started off as friends.
Right.
You know, like she had known me since I was 14. You know what I mean? So it was at that point their comfortability there to kind of sort of keep it real. You know, I kept it all the way 100. She tried to play games.
Right.
You know, and then at some point I ended up just moving out, whatever. And she found out, got her heart broken, and found out I had a kid, got her heart broken a little more, you know, and that was pretty much the end of that.
Right.
So it was one of them things where, I see what's about to happen. Okay, cool. I'm already doing me. Little do you know, I got almost enough girls for the days of the week on you. You know what I'm saying? So hey, whatever. Yeah, I was fooling. I was horrible. Very horrible. And I'm saying horrible with W, like whore. So, but I'm glad I changed. I had to get
It might have been had the S and the L, slur.
Yeah.
Been the slur.
Yeah, man. But I'm glad I calmed down, man, because I was gonna mess around and get killed. Somebody was gonna kill me. Either somebody was gonna get mad, like one of the girls was gonna get mad and try to smoke me or stab me because I was just playing around too much, but I was being honest. That was my thing. I was being honest. Hey, I messing with her. You don't like it? Bye. If you
But
cool,
were you being honest? So that's not really, you know, men play on that with women too. You call it honesty. Like, I'm being honest, but you know that women will still be there, still be.
Yeah.
Yes, but at the time I wasn't privy to how females' minds worked.
Right.
Okay.
I wasn't privy to it. I didn't understand that. I didn't understand it at all. So
Honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. I didn't care.
yeah.
I didn't care.
Right.
I'm gonna be real with you. I never experienced none of this topic because for me, I keep my heart safe. My heart, it can't be fucked with. It can't in any way, because if you do, you fuck with my heart, you're gonna see a person that you never thought that I could ever be.
Right.
And so for me growing up, you know, I always had, you know, flings. It was flings here. Now, of course, I had some girlfriends going, you know, growing up, but not really too much serious shit, especially in my 20s. In my 20s, I was in college for the beginning stages. And then after it was pre-college. And so I was, you know, 22, 23, 24, 25. It was like, I'm just getting back home. I'm just smelling myself. I got a degree. I got a decent job. Like, I got a whole bunch of stuff going on for myself. And bought a car. So for me, it was, I never put myself in those positions to be in those any relationships. So I was just a player.
Right.
Player to the max. And then, you know, I got on my co-parent and then there was that situation. But anywho, but yeah, I never put myself in these positions to, you know, because I had trust issues.
Right.
I have a hard time trusting.
Have you ever done that to anybody though? Have you ever left like your girlfriend for a side? Either one of y'all?
In my situation, I didn't leave for a side chick. It was more like, how can I put this? It wasn't a side chick. Like, it was like we was already done, but I just didn't move out yet. So when I left, I didn't leave for the chick. I left because I got tired. You know what I'm saying? It just so happens when I left, I was with that chick. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's what I was talking about earlier in the comments from our page. Like, when I jumped from one chick to the next, it did a lot of damage. You know what I'm saying? So that's what ended up happening with that exact situation.
Right.
So
that cut you off. Apologize about that, but with that, with you, when you was, you know, bouncing from chick to chick, you know what I'm saying? You know, you have to think about your childhood.
That's what I said. Exactly what I said in the comment.
Yeah, so it's like you thought that was just like normal behavior. Like, hey, shit,
Yeah.
fuck it.
I watched my mom go from dude to dude to dude until she got married. So I'm like, well, hey, maybe
Right.
this is the way I'm supposed to move. You know, you done with one chick, jump to the other one. That's how it's supposed to go. You know, unfortunately, I was wrong, and I'm paying for it now. But at the same time, I've also made peace with it, so
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to make peace with that
It's
shit.
the
Because
name
you
from
know
your
it's gonna do
face,
you.
right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Let's get to
So we
some.
got some comments. Let me see what's going on in the comments
He
section.
said, if you cheat and don't upgrade, you stupid, and karma is a bitch. Indeed, it is. Indeed, it is. However,
Yo, see, man,
you don't know. You not gonna really know if you all right. Let's say, for instance, you cheat, right? If you
Yeah.
cheat, you're not knowing if you're really dealing with an upgrade or not until you start dealing with that person. And
That part. Cause people assume the grass is greener on the other side. Cause I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Now he left me for that girl, right? And he's still friends with my family, so I don't talk to him. I haven't seen him in years, but you know, I can hear things from people. So what I'm being told is they bounced like he was living whatever for that time. They end up not having a baby. I think that she ended up getting like an abortion or something like that because she had an old daughter. Her daughter was like on her way to college at the time, and she knew our situation, so I don't think it set well with her. So I think she was like, let's hold off on the baby and let's get us together. And then they end up just not having baby. But then they've been back and forth. They've been in and out because he's not, I don't know what he's doing now. But at that time, he wasn't ready to be committed to something. He thought he wanted to be committed to her. Now, a lot of things did change in his life. And now, looking back, I realized that she was a better person for him than I was because, you know, when you give somebody in, so I'm not going to say she was an upgrade because I wasn't a downgrade, but what he needed, she motivated him to do. I didn't know. First of all, he 8 years older than me. And he was into the streets, and I'm not into the streets, but I know street life. So I was with it. You feel what I'm saying? I was okay with the shit you're doing. Just go ahead and bring it home, whatever. She was more like, okay, I need you to go to work, go back to school, you know, finish going to college. So, I mean, you don't know because he still went through it. He went on ahead and went to school and got a job, got out the street, stopped drinking, but is the grass greener because y'all bouncing in and out of relationship. Y'all have ups and downs every day. So it wasn't greener.
I say this. My child's mother, she thought the grass was greener. And then it turned out that it wasn't green. And then she went to another piece of grass.
Oh Lord Jesus.
That wasn't green. Went to another piece of grass. And honestly, in my opinion, she hasn't really fully bounced back after me. Like post me, it's been 6 relationships.
Wow.
6. And the reason people are like, oh, why you counting is because I got my son with her, so I gotta pay attention to how many men is around my kid.
What effect they
remember? So it's 6 to my 1. So who's the problem? Who's the problem?
And she brought them all around your son? Everybody?
Everybody.
And I'm not judging because women do that because we want to. We trying to. I mean, because I don't know her situation, but with me, after him, it's only been Richard. There is no one else. I've been with Richard for 9 years, so there has not been anybody else. I'm thankful for the guy that I got, and I'm not downgrading him because one thing that I can say about that guy was, he was a street nigga. And he was into that, but what was important was the way I parented my children. He would always. I was young. He was 8 years older than me. So, like I said, money, and I'm still young, so I'm going out, I'm hanging out, and I was throwing parties. I'm big on hosting parties and hosting, but he would always tell me like, Are you making sure your kids doing their homework? Are you sitting down with your kids? Like my kids, and that's what he'd be like, it's not about me and you, it's about them. We got kids here. We got to make sure. So he was very hands-on with them. So I'm thankful for him because he taught me a lot about being responsible as far as my sons go. And then I got with, and then he was what I needed to move forward. And right. But I never left a man for somebody else. Unfortunately, no, I'm joking. But I've never done that. No. Okay. I've never done that, but I have, it happened to me and it was very, very hurtful. It was very, very hurtful, but it helped me to grow and be the person I am today, which I'm thankful for because, they always say this and I believe it. People come into your life for a season or a reason. You know what I'm saying? For a season and a reason. And it was his season. You know what I'm saying? And the lesson. He was my lesson. He was the reason. The reason was he taught me a lesson. All the things I went through with this person, as far as like leaving me at work, oh no. Just moving in, I'm just letting this guy just drive my car. Oh no. We're gonna build together, sir. And we're gonna do something. I took things way different. I'm not about to just be letting you move in because I know you and I'm comfortable. Because I didn't know Richard. Richard was not, he was so out of my comfort zone. Like so because I decided safe ain't safe all the time. I knew you thought you weren't gonna hurt me, especially about you being my cousin's homeboy. He not gonna do this, I thought that he was gonna hold that, you know what I'm saying? That's gonna be the honor. That's what's gonna keep us. But I met somebody that was way outside my box. And when I say way outside my box, Richard is not my norm. He's not the type of guy I would have went for. He's not in the street. He not a hustler. I'm a hustler by nature, and I like men that hustle. That's what I thought I liked. And then I realized I didn't. I realized that I liked something different. I realized that I needed something more. And that's what I got. I mean, I was standing in the vestibule of our school waiting on my uncle to pick me up, and my uncle had drove my car that day. And I waited on my ride, and Richard just introduced himself to me. I didn't remember who he was. Well, I'm not gonna say I remember. I remember who he was, but I didn't really grasp on it. I would come to class.
Basically, he introduced himself. He was like, "Oh, hey, yeah, okay, all right."
Okay. Yeah, he's like, "How long you been going here?" That I'm like, "Okay, for a minute." And then that was on a Friday. On Monday morning, I'm in class. Now, man, I told this man my name, and I did not think that on Monday morning he was gonna be in that school. And I was a top student in the class. I was one of the top students that we call ambassador igniters. So I wore a different type of scrub than they did, because I was the top of my class. So he realized, huh?
You was feeling yourself there.
No. I really wasn't. I thought I was focused because I was hurt. And I was like, I'm gonna go back to school and finish because I had went to that school before and I didn't finish. So I was like, I'm gonna go back to school. I'm gonna go ahead and finish. I was all of my goals, I was in my own head. And when Richard introduced me to him, I wasn't even thinking about no men. I was like, listen, okay, hey, how you doing, Richard? He like, how long you been going here? Our conversation was quick. Okay, what you need? Okay, it's nice here. You can get done quick and do what you need to do. And that's how it was. And Monday, he went to that. He saw what I had on. He remembered. Because my uniform different, she a top student. He went straight to that board, found my picture, found out my name, and then he stalked me to find my classes. So I'm in class, and they tapping me like, hey, that guy wants you. And I'm like, who the fuck is that? Because now he at the door like, hey, and I'm like,
he wanted you.
Persistent Rich. My God. That's
my man, Rich.
Okay.
What I'm talking about. Yeah.
My guy.
He did. But he's not my typical type, but I have never been a player like that. I really wanted to be a player though. After him, I was like, oh, I'm gonna be out here. I'm about to just be, and I just didn't do it. I didn't do it. I got 4 sons, and
you can't be spread butter with 4 sons. Nope.
No,
can't be spread.
Honestly, when I broke up with my ex or whatnot, I didn't necessarily go into the player life. I just was dating myself. Like that's
Okay.
basically what I was on. I was like, look, I got to date myself because I got to find myself again because I don't know who I am because I lost
Right.
a little bit of who I was in that relationship because it was unfaithful. It was just cheating, sexting and all of that. And everything was just coming to light after, so long. And I'm like, damn, like, shit, I don't know who I am. Like, I even felt like a family member, due to being faithful and sticking and being, thinking I'm doing the right thing, basically.
Right.
And it turned out to backfire on me. And glad that God, through the power of God, that our relationship is healed and we're, still how we used to be.
Yeah.
But it's crazy when you have these relationships and people want to play with you, and then when you bounce, like I bounced. So my ex thought I was just gonna bounce and be gone for like a couple weeks. Nah, I
Right.
packed on my shit and left her with everything. I ain't want nothing. I'll start over. Cool, you can have that. And then when I bounced, started messing with other people and started doing my thing, that's when she was to calling, like, where you at? Like, why don't you come over? And da 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 da. I'm like, well, damn, I was yours. Why didn't you just, what the fuck?
Okay. Right.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
it happens, man.
Yeah.
Yo, anybody else want to tap in and share their story?
Yes. Don't let me be alone in my story.
Hey, keep it.
Who we got? We got a lot of people in here watching.
Yeah, keep it a buck if you about to come in here and tell your story.
Keep it a buck.
It's
Don't hide
conversation.
it.
Yeah, ain't no shame. I mean, it happens. It builds better character. Like when you go through that. Sometimes, if you want it.
This, you might have said it, but what was your?
Oh, did I tap myself?
Oh, you tapped
Hey!
No, wait, did I just tap myself in?
in. You tapped in.
I didn't mean
Hey!
to. It tapped. Did y'all send me a request?
Yeah, I sent you a request.
Oh, okay.
You
I'm like,
might
all right.
have- you tapped in.
Wait, I thought I tapped myself in. My bad.
So what's
What
up?
up? What up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Huh?
Let's hear your story.
My story. I had to think about it a little bit.
Okay.
I did leave somebody for a side chick.
Oh, you.
Oh, so you the player.
No, but the grass was not green.
Oh,
Can I say?
Brown?
Hey, I gotta hear this.
okay.
No, I left somebody. No, I left somebody for a side before just because I wanted to hurry up and get out the relationship because it wasn't going too good. You know, when you got that person that's stepping up, you think they being nice and dang, I'm going through this in this relationship. Like, shoot, maybe try. And the worst decision I could have ever made in my life.
Oh.
Oh. So
I'm just being honest.
Mm.
I'm just being honest because we get mad and we make choices in the heat of the moment and we don't think about it and try to work things out and we tend to do things like that. So
Right.
yeah. And I ended up being with him for a long time.
Really? And it was the worst decision.
Whole 8 years.
Wow. 8 years?
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I don't consider somebody
Why you
cheating on
stay?
you. Huh?
Why did you stay?
I gotta spin
The
around.
truth, the kids. The truth, the kids.
Okay.
She had two. She had two. I had my
Hey.
nephews that I had custody of. Then I had my son. So it was just like more so like the kids.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, it was good at first. You know, like I forgot who was saying that the first 2 years. I think. Oh no, that's my guest that was on there last time. The first 2 years, you don't basically know who you with. Person give you 2 years of their time. You know what I mean? Then you start figuring out new stuff.
mm-hmm.
So I was already locked in for 2 years.
Yeah.
So I just, I kept it going. But yeah, I don't think it was a good decision.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I understand.
So yeah, that was my little, I was gonna talk about somebody cheating on me, but that's not really necessarily leaving me for a side chick. That's me finding out you cheated and you got to go.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But
That's
sometimes people end up with their side chicks because they ain't got nowhere else to go.
right. Right.
No, I'm just being honest. I'm serious. So
That's real shit.
It is
just because you
real.
ended up with the person, after you cheated on me doesn't mean you left me for a side chick.
Right.
Mm.
Absolutely. Yeah, man.
So yeah, I had to tap in on that one because I thought about it like, dang, I did leave somebody for a side chick. Like,
Damn. I thought it was gonna be good.
yeah, I'm a dog. Sorry, no, I'm just like- so
That's
this podcast it made me know I'm a dog now. Thanks, y'all.
Hey, no
It's something to talk
therapy.
about
You
now.
gotta go to therapy. You gotta go to therapy.
Thank y'all very much. But
Appreciate
no, I just
you.
had to tap in with y'all for a minute, y'all.
For sure. Good looking. We appreciate you always.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, so look, I just thought about it. Hearing her story just made me realize I did leave somebody for the side chick. Because it was old stuff. But I was dating this one girl.
This was like 20 years old type
Yeah,
stage.
yep, I did. And the girl that I was dating at the time was not like my type. And at the time, I really didn't think I had a type, but I did. And you know, things just wasn't going right with us at all. And I knew she was cheating, but I was one of them dudes back then where I didn't care. Just don't give me no STD and I won't have to kill you. That was it. So one of the girls I was messing with on the side, you know, at some point when me and her ended, I ended up wifing her up or whatever you want to call it. And it didn't go right at all. So it lasted for maybe 2 years, and then after that, it was done. It fizzled out. She didn't have no car. She always needed to take her somewhere. I got tired of that. And then
Gas money, at
I
least.
used the transporter.
I was Uber and Lyft before Uber and Lyft was a thing.
Hey, man, we could have been rich way before here, bro.
Dog.
That
Bro.
part.
Yeah, man.
Okay, we got our sister Tina.
What's up, Tina?
Baby?
Hey.
What up, though? So
What's going
typically, I have never left anybody, period. That's just not what I do.
Okay.
But typically, women get complacent in toxicity, and that is why we stay with men who typically leave us and come back and leave us and come back and leave us and come back. Where men typically be like, oh, you on, bitch? All right, I'm out.
Right.
But women, we get complacent in just being with somebody that we're familiar with, that we don't want to venture off. So that could be why we don't typically cut it off at the umbilical cord when they do some dumb shit. We allow them to keep apologizing and apologizing and apologizing until we hurt like you were.
To that
Yeah.
point where you're like, man, fuck this shit. I'm gone. I can't do this no
Men,
more.
yeah, men will cut that shit off. Like, no, bitch, I'm good.
Yeah.
Hey.
And that's because like we're all or nothing. And so for men, I know for men, you know, especially me, like it's hard. Like it's very hard. Like you would have to really, for a man, really love this girl.
Yeah.
Go back to her when she cheat on you. Because
Right.
all we
Typically,
thinking about is the dude you cheated on me with.
Somebody enter the canal, okay?
Right.
So don't enter my goddamn canal,
Okay,
bitch. I'm
please don't touch
soft
me.
and happy by myself. But women, we just stay. I don't know what it is. We're changers. We're fixers.
You guys have a natural forgiving nature, you think?
I think it's some bullshit, and women need to start cutting that shit off too. And then if we do that, then we will ultimately teach him how to treat the next bitch. And then it'll go in the circle of life will be better, but we don't do it.
Right.
We don't.
And especially the side bitches, like, you know, he got somebody, so he gonna continue to fuck with you because you're allowing him to. So we need to stick together, ladies. Estrogen power.
We do, because I'm gonna tell you this. When I said she called me, I had a mistake. And me and her had, after I went to his phone and talked to him, I mean, and you know, confronted him about it, I end up getting her number and I ain't tell him, and I end up talking to her, but he knew we was talking. Me and her talking, and she's like, oh no, he can't come over here because he got a girl. He told me that. Now me and her had a 3-hour conversation, and she telling me, oh no, he come here, this and that. And then next thing you know, 3 days later, he moving in with you. So
because she got complacent in his bullshit. He talked her, he fell in love with her ears and what the fuck he was saying, not listening or watching what he was doing to you. Exactly. He gonna do to you. So,
Uh-huh.
but that's my
Exactly.
tap in.
All right, we
Yeah.
appreciate it.
All right,
Thank
sis. Appreciate you
Bye.
stepping in, supporting
Thank
all.
Bye.
you. Thank you.
Yep, no
Okay,
problem.
bye now.
Yep.
I don't know how to get off this thing.
Just hit
Oh,
the
let
X
me
in
see.
the corner.
Yeah, just hit
There you go. Bye.
So Shahina said most women look for love in the wrong places instead of learning how to love themselves. That is very
Yeah.
true. But men do. Hey, I'm a product of that too. I've done that. You know, I was looking for love in the wrong places because I was missing that love that I thought I was supposed to get from my mom. So
Mhm.
like, oh man, I felt like I needed to love somebody or somebody needed to love me. When all I had to do was love myself, and I thought I loved myself already, but it was just me being arrogant. That's all it was. It was all ego. I thought I was the shit because I dressed nice and all the other dumb stuff that don't even mean nothing. So yeah, most.
And like she said, my dad was in and out. So I was okay because guess what? When my dad was in and out, I was okay with that because I wanted him to be in my life so bad that whenever he would come in, I was happy. You know what I'm saying? He leave, I'm sad, but when he come back, I'm receiving it. Yes, 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 yes. You know, until just recently when I moved to Georgia, he came into my life 2018, came back in, and when he came back in, my son, sorry y'all. When he
You good?
came back in, okay, I know, but I'm on live. When he came back in, he was here for a few months. Tell your daddy. When he came back in, he was here for a few months, and then all of a sudden, right at Christmas time, which is right around my birthday, he just cut me and my sister off and my kids. And we didn't understand why. Like, we like, damn, we don't want nothing for Christmas, nigga. Like, we grown as hell, nigga. I'm in my 30s. I don't want nothing for you for Christmas. So we, you know, but at that point, I realized I'm going to love him from a distance. I'm glad that you and my mom made me. But I understood that he didn't know how to love women. His mother left him with his dad because his dad was abusive to her. And she had my dad and his brother, and she had to move out when she left. She couldn't really take care of herself and the kids because she was trying to get on her feet because, you know, back in them days, women weren't working like the men. So then she had to get herself together, get her a house, get her, you know, do that. And she left him. And his brother and my uncle at the time, he was paralyzed. He was born paraplegic. So he was in a wheelchair. Well, my grandfather was a truck driver, so he was never home. He ended up marrying a woman, and her sister abused my dad and his brother. My dad got abused because they weren't necessarily abuse my dad at first, but they knew they could abuse the brother because he was handicapped. But my dad was the big brother, and he's definitely gonna protect his little brother, especially being handicapped. You know, so they were abused, like left in closet, starved. So I haven't talked to my dad, but this is my own beliefs. I believe that he has some resentment towards women, and this is why he didn't know how to treat women. And then he ended up having 2 daughters, which me and my sister, you know, and he don't know how to receive us. He don't know how to talk to us. He don't know how to be a dad to us. So I had to start thinking and saying, okay, I'm not okay with it. I'm not trying to like make up any excuses for him, but I had to start realizing if he wasn't poured into, how could he pour into me? He don't know how to pour into me because he never got that. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, so
Right.
I have to start saying, okay, I'm not gonna. But I didn't now at the same time I have to realize now I gotta pour into me. Now I gotta see what's important to me. Now I gotta see how I want to be treated and see, you know, things that I'm missing. Because I was blaming my mama too, because my mama was young. My mother was 16 when she got pregnant with me, 17 when she had me. My grandmother basically raised me. So I had to start realizing that my parents were lacking things, which made me lack things in my childhood, which is why I was allowing men to do things I was allowing men to do.
That make a lot of sense.
Yeah, which is also why I dated people that I was comfortable with at first, because I needed that connection. I needed that, you know what I'm saying? I needed that bond so I can think that I'm feeling safe, because I needed to feel safe because, you know what I'm saying, I had abandonment issues. So now I'm learning that I have to let go of all that stuff and start. I watch for, you know, certain triggers and certain things. Like me and Richard, we're watching certain things, and I'm, you know, helping him too grow, because you don't know what you're lacking, and you don't know how to deal with it, you know. And I didn't know how to deal with it, so I'm allowing this guy to take my car, leave me at work in the middle of the night, like
Jody. That nigga was Jody.
that.
Right?
Look, this how much of a player he was. One night, his girl, not even the girl he left me for, but another girl he was cheating me with. One night he left me. I text him like, bring, you know, because my phone about to die. Nigga, it's winter. It's snowing outside, like a storm in Michigan. I was still in Michigan at the time. Snowing. 1 o'clock yeah, it's almost 1. I get off work at midnight, but we kind of got off at like 12:30. My phone got like 5.
Wow.
All my coworkers leave because they know my boyfriend got my car. He's gonna pick me up. So I'm like, no, y'all good, y'all good. I'm standing out there, no ride home, phone about to die in any minute, blowing his phone. But I can't keep wasting my fucking phone calls blowing this nigga phone up because I'm gonna be out here. And
Right.
God was with me because when he allowed me to call my cousin, and my cousin had to call me a cab because it wasn't Uber and shit this time, it was cab. So he called me a cab. You know what I'm saying? But you left me out here. His girlfriend texted me. I didn't see it because I was so distraught, and I ain't say his girlfriend, but she was his girlfriend. Text me. By the time I got home, I got my phone plugged up. I see the text like, relax, he'll be home soon.
Mm.
Damn.
Yeah. And this before the lady he left me for. This couple years before that. So like, I was willing to take all this because I was lacking, you know, the love that I thought I needed from somebody else. You know, instead of learning that I need. But I was young too. Mind you, I wasn't even. I was just turning 30, but still young enough that I had so much going on that I didn't even realize it until that, you know, dealing with him. He made me realize a whole lot of things about myself. Like, you need to check that. No, we're not okay with that. So when I got with Richard, that's what I was saying on Sipping with Tea thing. You took a picture of your plate. We on a date. Why is it just your plate there?
Yeah.
Let's check this right now. Because why you pause one place, sir? What you trying to do? Oh,
Right.
you making moves or something?
It's a good
Moves, and this ain't, yeah. You know, this ain't what you want? Let me know. Because I'm out.
Right.
Because I'm working on me and I don't got time. You know, I don't have time for that.
That's real.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Have y'all ever been loyal to a person that you shouldn't have been loyal to?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
It didn't last that long, but yeah. The prop, you know what, but where my loyalty came in at, it wasn't necessarily being loyal to her. It was the loyalty to my kid. At the time, I just had one kid, so I'm like, she's so wrong. She's so dirty. She talk too much. She need to get slapped by somebody, not me though. Yeah, let me stick around. I gotta be here for my son though. That was my mindset. I was being loyal to. I was being loyal to being a father.
Right. And that's for me. I was going to answer that. I was going to say that I was being loyal to being a father. I was more so trying to keep the family together. You know what I'm saying? You know, you try to, let's do what's best for the kid type of deal. And that's always the wrong move, because when you do that, you putting them first, which you think you're doing the right thing, but for your own mental space. You know what I'm saying? You put yourself through so much turmoil. Like, trying to keep it for the sake of the kids. It was like I had hair at the time, man. I was just like, dog, like this is not gonna work. I can't do this. I can't keep sitting here trying to be loyal to it. And it was numerous of times where I could have cheated. I could have stepped out. I could have been the person that she was. But for me, if I had did that, I would have been no better than her. Right. And that's what I didn't want. Right. I didn't want, and for me to be loyal to a fault, it was easy for me to walk away. It was easy for me to be like, oh, you know what? I was loyal to you. I did everything I could, but you just,
somebody tap in.
My only black want to tap in.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. Let me see.
But why you tapping in? We got 2 comments. So Shahina said she did not want her baby to not have a family, and that's real. And then Alex said Hell to the yes, loyalty,
What
hell
up,
to
though?
the
What
yes.
up, though? What's happening,
More
Hey,
homie?
man.
Welcome to
Lo, it's been a minute, man. What's
man.
good?
What's happening?
Chilling, man. Yeah, no, I'm hearing what y'all saying, man. You know I love y'all podcast. I gotta give y'all a shout out right off the rip, man. I'll be on this
Appreciate
boy as soon as I can, man. But Dig, when you come to that, I think the loyal to a fault, that's something that's just enrolled with me for a long time. I done had I think I had my first fiance. First of all, I'm married now, so there's only a second one. You know what I'm saying? But my first,
Very light.
he did. It's all like that. But still, I mean, my thing was that I think the problem is that when you sitting there and you most likely are loyal to a fault, it's due to the fact that hope messes you up.
Yeah,
Understand?
man.
Hope
Yeah.
messes you up, man.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
hope they can be on the level of me. I hope they can understand the value in me and this, that, and the other. No matter what you're doing or how you go about it, it's really on another tip where you ain't got no choice at that time. If you lose that person, you like, damn, this is like the end of the world. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to think about them being with nobody else and nothing like that. And that's coming from a person that's really on some, I don't give a damn. I was a slut for a minute. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, when you're doing what you're doing and you actually have dedicated your time to that person and your loyalty, it's hard for anybody that comes from a position of me or any other man that has, I'm saying person, because you're here too. You know what I'm saying? Person. It's hard for anybody to do that. You know, for the simple fact of you knowing what you can get, you know what you can accomplish on your own, and you don't need nobody for nothing really. You know what I'm saying? When you actually able to take care of yourself, you got you a good career, or you getting that money, you getting that bag, however you want to put it. You're not gonna look at it like that. So I think there's a lot more that comes to it when it goes to that route, because it also comes from where we come from,
Absolutely.
what you came from, and what you dealt with. You know what I'm saying? I was blessed enough and still blessed to have both of my parents. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't the greatest relationship at the beginning, but at the same time, I still got both of them.
Right.
When it comes down to the fact of how you perceive things when you were younger and you looked at stuff, you said, hey, look, if you were smart, you was like, I ain't doing that shit when I get older. You know what I'm saying? I ain't about to go out like these other cats. I can learn from your mistakes. I don't need to go through that shit. You know what I'm saying? So you do things in a certain manner that you feel is the best way possible. And now all of us got kids, and you realize it ain't no playbook to having no damn kid or being a parent. You got to do what's best for you. You know? So all of this shit comes into mind when you really thinking about it, because you're like, damn, well, I could do this, I could do that. You know what I mean? But it don't exactly make it that it's going to be like, oh yeah, they're going to come out and be Bill Gates. What the fuck? No, it's not. It don't happen like that. You know what I'm saying? But that's what you want, is for them to be useful citizens in society and be worth their social security number. You dig what I'm saying? That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it is. So it ain't no time for the games and stuff. And when you thinking about it, that's what it is. We're looking at the long haul. We're looking at what we can actually provide at that point in time and what we're putting to them. And so when you're thinking about who you're dealing with, you damn near be embarrassed about the motherfucker that you fucking with. You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly. It is. You really like, I can't believe I was stupid enough to fall for this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. You get home, bro.
That's what it is.
For
You're
real.
like, damn.
Get home, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, what was I doing?
Right.
Yeah.
I was smart with this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Clap that shit up.
Okay.
You get home with that
Okay.
shit. Woo.
Hey, bottom line, because you're thinking too far. You know what I'm saying? You're thinking too far and seeing what's right ahead of you, and actually paying attention to what that person shows you. You know, people have a tendency of putting their blinders on instead of actually paying attention to what that person has shown you and why they do or do not have friends. And if they do or do not have friends, the friends that they have, what the hell are you paying attention to? These type of motherfuckers you playing with? You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of things that you pay attention to, getting older, whatever, experiences. It don't even have to just be older. It's just you've been through enough messed up things that you like, I'm not doing that shit no more. You know what I'm saying? That's all it takes. When you really get that mentality, when you like, yeah, COVID wasn't hard for me. I don't fuck with nobody no way. You know what I'm saying? And that's real talk. It was like, oh, well, shit. You know, B, I call you. You wanna come fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I'm not really dealing with too much. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I think I went wrong with the shit in the past, because you have a tendency of trying to do what you feel is right so that person don't look at you in a certain way, and not really 100% being yourself, and trying to walk on eggshells at the same time, because you're like, I don't want to stir no shit up. You know what I mean? And then at the end of the whole game, guess who get fucked? Guess who? You know what I'm saying? All the time. So that's why I'm just like, hey, it is what it is. I did what I did. You know what I'm saying? I take all of my licks, all of my wounds. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it was a growing experience. And it only needed to happen one time really major. And after that, done deal. Ain't got no time for it. You know what I'm saying? So now you know exactly what you dealing with and what you looking for if you not involved. You know what I mean? But yeah, that shit won't happen no more. You know what I'm saying? It won't happen no more. My patience is on a whole nother type of, I'm on a whole nother type of time. And my patience is for the kids, not for you grown niggas. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. I'll repeat myself to them. That is it. You know what I'm saying? And that's all.
Yeah.
Right.
My guy, for real.
You nailed it, bro. I need you to tap a lot, man. Come tap in.
Okay, come on.
Tuesday, man.
Hey, let's
Some good shit. We don't get too many people tapping in talking that good shit like you, bro. Tap in more, please.
Definitely.
You ain't doing kids
I
tap in.
appreciate y'all, man.
Thank you.
We actually getting ready to close out. So look, man. First of all, we appreciate you coming on. Anyway, we had a great time. This was dope, and we have an announcement. Nay is now officially a part of Uncomfortable
He
Conversations.
is a new member of Uncomfortable Conversations podcast. Everybody, we got
Clap it up for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got a female presence, y'all. Female presence is now me, L to the Izzo, my cousin Beats High, and we got Nay on the track with us, baby.
Definitely.
We needed this.
I'm happy to be here.
I feel so good. I want to thank you, Nay, for coming and being aboard and accepting the invitation to being permanent. Like when you first came on, you were so dope. Like it was like, yo. And then I was just thinking this in my head, and then all of a sudden, my cuz hit me up like, yo, what do you think about Nay being on permanently? And I'm like, hell yeah, like that's dope. I want that. So
Salute.
thank you so much for accepting this, invitation.
Yeah, salute to my wife, man, because I was thinking about it, and she was like, yo, y'all need to get Nay on the show permanently. I'm like, get out my head, but I love that you out here. Yo, that's dope. I'm gonna definitely holler at her and see what's up. And she talked to her for a bit, and then I hit her up, and boom, it was like, all right, bet.
Yes.
Long as the spouse is cool with it, hey, we appreciate it.
That's what I said. Long as the spouses are cool with it, because it's 2 men and a female, and we all married, which I love. I love the fact that we're married because we come with experience, and we got a good foundation to do this type of thing. But I just want to make sure that we all were on board, because I don't really know you, Lo, and I don't know your wife, but I'm meeting you both through this, and I just want to make sure that we were all comfortable,
I'll tell you this. I'm B-tied, but a little bit more ratchet. That's it.
Okay.
That's a little more ratchet.
Yeah.
I'm from HP. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's all there is to it. I'm
Oh.
him, but a little bit more ratchet. That's
I was cool. I just wanted to make sure that we all, my husband, I'll talk to him because again, like I said, it's men and women interacting, doing things together. I'm sure
Mhm.
having to like message each other or talk to each other about some things because it's a move. This is what
Yeah.
you gotta know. It's definitely a move.
Nay,
And we need to be on the same page.
Nay, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Off script, you know Shahina, but you don't know Shahina. You
Yeah.
ain't on the other side of her. For her to hit you up and say something about you joining the squad,
Yeah.
right there was your green light to everything. Trust
Yeah.
me, my wife, for
You got the
real.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My sis hit me up for real. She was like, "Hey, listen," and I was grocery shopping, talking to her like, "Okay, well, So yeah,
Oh
I
yeah.
appreciate her putting. I appreciate her definitely putting in that word, because I think you do need to have a female's perspective on certain things, because we all got differences of opinion, but sometimes men can kind of relate. And then you got women out here giving you an opinion and you like, I don't know what she's talking about, but I can kind of open those topics up and be like, listen, this is what they mean. Listen, this is what we need.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We-
I just feel like with your presence, it not only would it bring a wider audience, but like you mentioned, like you're representing that female presence, and I didn't want to have this pod where it sound like me and my cousin when we come up with these topics like we're just bashing women, like it's just all a women bashing party, and that's not what we trying to do at all, because we hold men accountable as well. You know what I'm saying? We don't
Yeah.
want these dudes out here simping and wimping and out here doing some beta bullshit.
Yeah.
Man, we need to get our men up here to be leaders. And I'm also working on myself as well. I need therapy. I had to admit that.
Yeah.
I've been running away from it. And so now I'm in a space where it's like, all right, like for real, you need to really go ahead and do this because you can't figure this shit out on your own. So for you to come on is better for not only, just the men prospect, but for women. Like you represent that, and that's dope. And I really appreciate you accepting.
Yeah, appreciate it. Everybody, thank you for joining us. Thank you for tapping in, everybody. Tina, my man's Black right here. We appreciate y'all coming in, saying what y'all had to say and sharing y'all story. It was dope. And we'll be back next week, same time. And if you don't know the time, you better get with it. All right, we up out of here, y'all.
Exactly.
Peace.
Next week.
Next week. Same time, same place.
Yep.